All right, hello everybody and welcome in. WCA3 Chief Meteorologist Kevin Leidy, along with meteorologist Jack Gerfen, coming to you here from the Weather Center. As Jack, we've got a nice little snow that has occurred, or not so nice for some, depending upon who you ask. Because
that's correct.
This little system overperforming a little bit with what's came through.
And that's what happens sometimes when we get these little systems. You think like we've been saying, oh, we'll get an inch out of it max, but it ended up being a quick 1 to 3 inches or so. And kind of the main issue with this system has not necessarily been the amount of snow, because we're still not exactly talking about a big number with the snow, but just how fast it came down too. It kind of overwhelms the road conditions, and that's why we've had problems with our with the roads today.
Definitely had some issues out there, and you can see what we've been kind of dealing with across the area here this afternoon, and that's a look at the Storm Tracker Doppler radar, which is obviously showing the heavier snow that has been moving through parts of the area here today. And again, it has really been the worst down here into Moultrie and Coles County and Shelby County, and down into Cumberland County, where we have had some definite higher snowfall amounts that have occurred down here.
Yeah, that band really got going between about Springfield and Decatur at around, right around lunchtime, right around noon. And then that band kind of dissipated a little bit, but there's been still heavy pockets here and there that have kind of slid down to the southeast. And so now on the Storm Tracker, it's like Effingham County's got some of the higher snowfall rates there.
Yeah, those darker blues definitely where we've got some of the best of that heavier snowfall. Now, we have heard about several accidents here, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull in one of our WCA3 reporters, Bryce Beament. She's actually traveling along I-57. Bryce, what have you seen out there? Talk to us about what you've seen and what you're going to, because there have been reports of a lot of accidents.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people on the side of the road. We've had at least 6 cars pulled over, getting towed out of the snow. We actually are headed to Neoga to go to an accident that we heard was potentially fatal. So we will find out more when we get there, but it's not good. I will actually turn the camera so you guys can see what the roads look like a little bit here. So it's definitely not good. We're going about, 50 miles per hour on Highway 57 right now, which is typically, obviously, not what you would be going on this, but so definitely take it slow if you are headed out. I don't recommend it. It is very slippery. There's a lot of snow on the roads right now.
So about how many different accidents and whatnot would you say that you've encountered just, from your drive from Champaign to where you are right now?
We've seen at least 6. I think that there have been potentially more on the other side of the road, but just on going southbound, we've seen at least 6 cars pulled over. Cops have had, I actually want to say it's 7. Sorry, I'm thinking about it. We just definitely just be safe out there. It's slippery. There's a lot of snow just piled onto the road. If you, it's very dangerous.
Sure. About how fast would you say that you guys are going or having to go because of the snow?
Yeah, we're going about 50 miles per hour. I think at one point we were going closer to 40. Normally this was about an hour trip-ish to Neoga, but way longer than that just because of conditions. So, and it's a little nerve-wracking to see all these cars on the side of the road getting pulled by tow trucks and everything. So it's definitely very hazardous out here.
Yeah, so you're on the way down there towards Neoga, or potential fatal accident. You're going to be having more for us coming up here at 5 o'clock. But any other last little comments before we let you go there? I know it's been a little treacherous for you so far, but definitely you guys stay safe. But if you have any last comments, feel free to chime in there.
Yeah, thank you. We are going pretty slow. I would just recommend, unless you are in a dire need to go out, I would not go out in this right now. Even if you pull over onto the side of the road, I know one time we kind of stopped and it's just caked with snow. So we were afraid we were going to get stuck on the side of the road just if you are. So just be careful. I just don't recommend heading out right now.
Very good. Good advice. Bryce, you and Carrie, your photographer there, be careful driving, and we'll catch back up with you on our 5 o'clock newscast. Appreciate you jumping in on our Facebook Live here and letting viewers know what to expect on the road. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Okay, so again, Bryce Beament there on the road letting us know what to expect. And Jack, those
Yeah.
road conditions didn't look fun, did they?
No, they did not. And again, that's just been the kind of the main issue with today was that actually it was colder today than the past few days. So we actually had the snow able to kind of stick to the ground and actually not melt very fast, which was one of the issues that we'd had over the system a couple days ago, was that it was just a little too warm for things to kind of stick well.
Yeah, and this event here overperforming a little bit, and sometimes a lot of happened. We were initially forecasting, maybe you get that inch of snow,
Inch to
but
2, yeah.
inch to 2 inches of snow here, and you're definitely getting that here for areas down in the south. But if you notice on the radar here, we're getting less of those darker blues, so you get into
Correct.
those lighter blues there, and then you don't have as heavier of the rates. I mean, that's when you can really put down those higher amounts. So you get into those darker blues there, but we're seeing less of those. And as we go throughout the next few hours, this is really going to start to kind of wind down. But the potential for another system actually is heading for us this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's the one that we're currently banging our heads against the wall to try to figure out, because that one looks like it has the potential to be even stronger.
Yeah, this one's not looking fun. We're still kind of building our graphics with everything, but as of right now, the way that everything looks, and let me pull that up here really quickly, is that it's going to be, once again, another one of these rain and snow events. We just can't seem to get one of these ones that's just all rain or all snow at this time of the year. It's gotta be one of these mixes. So essentially, you'll likely be seeing precipitation come into the area later on Saturday afternoon. So a lot of the morning hours of our Saturday should be fine. It'll probably start out as rain before it eventually changes over to some snow, but it will likely kind of bounce back and forth for an hour or two before it does that. And then probably overnight, Sunday, it'll probably change back to rain for some of us before it goes back to snow again on Sunday afternoon, and then will continue as snow throughout Sunday night and a few more flurries on Monday. That's just kind of the thinking as of right now, but the track of this storm is really going to be up in the air right now. It's going to be the main issue with our forecast is going to be, does this low sink too far to the south? And if it sinks farther to the south, that'll put us more in the snow range, or does it move farther off to the north, and does it give us a chance for some snow?
We have a dog in the studio.
We have a dog in the studio. We gotta go to that. Here we go.
Get her. Yeah, look at that. Look at him. Look at him. What's his name again?
Little Scout.
Little Scout. Look at this little beagle. Oh my gosh. Here. Oh, little Scout. Oh, look at this.
We got everything in
We got
this.
everything going on here. Yes, snow, dogs, whatever. You'd be a perfect little wild weather dog, wouldn't you? Look at you've been out in the snow, haven't you? Yeah. Has he been playing in the snow?
Oh.
You've been playing in the snow. Look at that. Well, there you go. Now, all right, Scout, give me back to Dad. Dad is our engineer here. Dave, go out and play in some more snow. There you go. So again, we've got some of that snow out there. But Jack, if you could, can you punch up the PC?
Oh yeah.
Number one.
Yep.
On the top row there.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we can show these
There you
road
go.
conditions
Yep.
here. These are the road conditions that we've got broken down by the counties here. And you can see over here where it's covered in snow, the purple area is covered in snow. And look at that, from Sangamon County, from Springfield all the way along I-72 there into Macon County. And then this is really the troubled area where we've had the biggest issues. That's been down here into Moultrie County, Shelby County, Coles County, and Edgar County there. All of that dark purple is covered in snow, as you can see here. And I know it's tough to see, but there are some cameras there that we can kind of tap into every once in a while that kind of show us what's going on. And you can't hardly see that, it's tiny. But these are snow-covered interstates, and they're trying their best to keep up here, but this is the area of highest concern. And we were talking about Bryce going down to Neoga, where there was a potential fatal accident there along I-57. And that's, where we've had some major issues there, kind of from Effingham up towards the Mattoon-Charleston area. So notice to the north, though, Champaign County and northward, north of I-72 and I-74.
Been nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some snow, but not as bad. It is way worse down here where they had those heavier amounts.
Correct. And I-72, essentially in Sangamon and Macon counties, has been rough since this all began, because that was where that really heavy snow band set up initially, and then we were able to just see that kind of train over that same area, In fact, I'm surprised. We could have gotten one of those. Snow squall issues, alerts. If it would have been a little heavier.
Yeah, that's
because that would have been. This was kind of the setup for that, where you get that localized heavy band of snow, and it wasn't strong enough to warrant that warning, but it was kind of that situation.
So we've got some of our viewers on here commenting, talking about how much snow they've got. Asking, is I-57 bad? And that's what we'll do is take possibly some of the questions that some of you may have and whatnot and answer those. Let's see, we got still snowing in Effingham, says Joyce. Staying inside tonight to watch the snow, Karen. Is I-57 north bad? Well, I mean, it's bad if you're coming from the south to north.
Right.
But if you're talking about, north of Champaign, obviously it's not as bad.
And this is only going to be lasting for a few more hours. I'll pull up the future track really fast, and I mean it's actually slowing down a lot already on the radar. By Springfield, it's looking like more flurries than anything else. So I mean, it's only going to be lasting just a handful of hours more, and then it's done. And then we're calling for really cold conditions by overnight tonight. Our temperatures fall down into the teens. We'll probably have wind chills down into the single digits with clear skies by tomorrow morning. So we only have a few more hours left of this precipitation coming through.
Yep, lots of people talking about the snow in Loda and Mattoon, Seidel. Roads are awful in Coles County, says Mark down there. So again, as we mentioned, it's really been very difficult travel down there. Several vehicles into ditches into Coles County. So kind of a mess out there tonight, but again, things wrapping up here. And you can even see it when we go to the radar here. It almost seems like a little bit of dry air is kind of eating away at the back end of this.
Correct.
And so you can see that right here, where this was a little bit more of something, back into, say, even Macon County and DeWitt County there. You can see how you're getting way less and almost a little bit of a hole starting to occur there. And that is what is going to eventually kind of put an end to this over the next hour or so. But still, we put down some snow. And the problem we encounter now is just the timing of this,
right,
because you've got the evening commute.
Yep, that's really the whole issue with this, is not necessarily the amount of the snow, but just the fact that it fell when it did, and even though it was only a few inches, it just fell so fast that it just created these issues out there.
Yeah, definitely has done that. Let's see here, a few more comments. Snowing in Paris, light snow. All right. Route 16 by River Hill shut down. Champaign to Decatur conditions. Again, our traffic map there earlier was showing the conditions there from Decatur to Champaign. Macon County a little bit worse.
Right.
Because they kind of got that little batch there. But it's really, as you get down into Douglas and Coles County, that's going to be the worst of it. And then into Cumberland, Moultrie, Shelby counties, there's that purple shade area. But again, if you're north here, you're not seeing anything. But we will tell you this, the system coming in for the weekend, the northern counties are going to get some of that snow.
Yeah, that's the one where we're just going to be really kind of eyeing things out here. We still have a lot of model disagreements. So I know that, Kevin, you talked about that yesterday, how we can have one model saying one thing and another one saying something completely different. And, we got to weigh the pros and cons of each one of them right now. But we're a day closer, and there's still a big difference, but they kind of agree a little bit more. And so we're hopefully expecting with every new model run that we get in every few hours for things to get more and more into agreement. But definitely this weekend is going to be a wintry one for sure. I mean, we'll definitely get something. We're definitely looking at a combination of rain and snow in the viewing area. It's just going to be the location of who sees what and when and how much is still going to be the factor there.
All right, sounds good. Well, we're going to wrap things up here with our Facebook Live. And those of you who tuned in on the WCA3 News and weather apps, we appreciate you here. Jack and myself going to dive into more of these models, get things ready to go for our 5 o'clock newscast. And but a little update here, just kind of let you know what to expect. We'll have more on that potential fatal accident on I-57 with Bryce coming up at 5 o'clock as well. So check back here as we get the latest on some of those road conditions, and we'll let you know what to expect as this one wraps up, and then we get a little break. And then the next one arrives. What do you say, Jack?
Yep, we got the sunshine tomorrow, which is going to be good to see, even though it'll be cold. But yeah, we're just kind of now focusing on the weekend system.
All right, that'll do it for us here. For meteorologist Jack Gerfen and Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lighty, thanks for joining us. Stay safe, and we will talk to you guys here again at 5 and 6 o'clock. And of course, as we go closer into the weekend with that big system coming in. Have a good one. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.